Hello YouTube. This video is basically it. If you saw the video on the Yotech wireless charging pad, this is basically a kind of a continuation of that. Where this morning I got an email from Amazon that said someone asked a question about that. I realized I did not really go over it that well in the first video, so I decided to make another video on it. What the question was, will it work with this phone? And, well, I'm okay answering that, but I prefer to give people the information they need so they can decide that on their own. And they don't have to ask people for it. I'm okay answering a question. Although it's better if you can answer it on your own. So that's why I'm making this video. So, how I should answer this question is, the question that this video is made around is, will the wireless charging pad work with such and such phone? Well, how do you figure out what phones work and what phones don't? I think I mentioned this in the first video, that the charging pad charges I should back up to start. How the charging pad works is you have the transmitter, which is the pad, and there's a receiver in the phone. I don't know how it got there. It might have been built in, might have been added, whatever. There's a receiver in the phone. And power gets there's a coil in the transmitter, which is the pad, which gets energized by the electricity going into it. However, if the circuitry or whatever, it energizes the coil, and that transmits up the power up to the receiver, which has another coil, which picks up the power, and turning the waves, the waves that are transmitted from the transmitter to receiver. The receiver turns that back into electricity. And it's very simple. All you need to do to pick it up is a coil wire with a positive and negative connections that go to the phone, or however you get power into the phone. So it's pretty simple, and it uses the Yotech wireless charging pad, like all Samsung wireless charger pads or charging pads that are compatible with Samsung devices, use QI standard for this. I don't know how that's different or anything. I don't know. Now let's move on to which phones are this pad can work with. Well, like I said before, it uses QI standard. So any device doesn't have to be a phone, it could be a tablet too. That most likely would work. That has wireless charging built in that that uses QI standard. You can just put on the pad and it'll work right out of the box. At least if the software allows it to. But my phone is a Samsung. See if you can see this. It's a Galaxy S7 Edge. This is one of the phones that will work right out of the box. Now, a few models I know off the top of my head that can charge that have this built in is the S7. The Note 7 did have it. I believe the S6 has it. The Edge, of course. And that's just what I can think of at this moment in time. So those, you just take it, put on, you buy the pad, you set up like I showed in the last video. You set it up, you take the phone, you put on the charging pad, and it just works. It does regular or fast charging, depending on a number of factors. Well, now, does that mean that older phones that don't have QI built in can't use the wireless charging pad? Well, the answer is yes, both yes and no. Yes. Excuse me. The answer is yes, because the phone is technically capable of doing wireless charging. The answer is no, because if you just take a phone that doesn't have it built in, and you put it directly on the pad and expect it to charge, it will not charge. That isn't. Excuse me for a moment. There we go. That's a little bit more light. I just used my phone to turn on my lights. It's a cool home automation thing that I have set up. Anyway, so if you have a phone that doesn't have QI standard wireless charging and you put on the pad and just expect it to work, well, I got a newsflash for you. It's not gonna work. I'm not saying that to be mean, and that's the truth. If you take a phone that doesn't have it built in, right out of the box, they haven't done anything to it, and put it on the charging pad, it's not gonna work. And that does not mean changing software or anything. I mean any modifications to hardware. If you do that, that's not gonna work. But, like I said before, the answer is both yes and no. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is that phones that don't have it built in can use the charging pad with a simple modification. Okay, what modification do I mean? Well, take this phone for example. This is a Samsung S4. I can't believe I carry this around. It's so different than the S7 Edge. Smaller. What? Well, it does. It feels different without things. Okay. Well, if I take off the back, you may see that there's two connections right there. Now, why are they there? More air. Are they on this side? Oh, yeah, one of these two pads of metal. Alright, I think it's the ones over here. Anyway. And if you notice on the back, you can see that, there's a part of the case that's depressed. Now, why the heck is that? It's almost like they designed something to fit in there. And if that's your answer, you are completely right. They did design it to fit something in there. A QI wireless charge receiver. Which it's basically this little white device with two contact pads. This has a little sticky stuff on the one side of it. Peel off the sticky stuff, you stick in that depression, and it's lined up exactly, so when you put the back on, you now have a phone that's wireless charge compatible. Now, that's an S4 example. What about other phones? Well, that's the thing. With other phones, it's back and forth. I know that S4 could do it because my sister has the adapter put in, and she has a wireless charge pad, and she doesn't have to plug it in. Okay. So, I'll use this. I'll go back to this question I got as an example. Example was the question was, will a Galaxy Note Edge work? Now, this is a phone I've never heard of. I've heard of a Galaxy Note, but I haven't heard of a Galaxy Note Edge. So I had no idea why it was. And I don't know if the guy just left off a number or whatever. But I went to Google. Google's great for everything. So I went and I searched and I just typed in Galaxy Note Edge. And Samsung Galaxy Note Edge is the first thing that came up. So, I clicked on one of the links that brought me to a website that had all the specs and stuff. And it's a really good phone. Really good phone. And I noticed it said it could do quick charging. Which I guess that means it could charge fast or something. Although I could not find any mention of wireless charging in the specs. So I told the guy. So I answered a question by saying if it has the wireless charging built in, it should just work right out of the box. If it doesn't, you'll have to add a wireless charge receiver to it, and then it will work. This whole video is an explanation of my answer to this person. So, I've never seen that specific type of phone. Do I know if the contacts are there so we could just stick in the adapter? The wireless charge receiver adapter? I don't know. I've never seen the phone before. So I can't tell him for sure if he just needs to buy the receiver or what accessory he needs to buy to make it work. I could tell you for sure, as for, they sell a cover, a replacement cover. You just take this cover off, and you take another cover. It's similar to this, but it's a little bit thicker because it has the receiver next thing on. Yeah, that's put on, it works. That is more expensive. That you don't have to buy one of them. Because depending, it can be like 10, 15, 20 bucks for one of those, depending on what you get. On it, like I said, there's the depression in the cover. So, there's this adapter you can get on Amazon. My dad got it from his sister off of Amazon, but you could probably find it other places. It's just basically this little white squarish. Well, it's shaped kind of like this depression. It's like that, and you just stick it on, because it has double-sided stick tape on one side, and it will just contact the phone and add wireless charging. Other phones, you do have to buy the replacement case, so it's a toss-up on what you have to actually get to add wireless charging to your phone. But if you just search your phone model, enter your phone model here, plus QI wireless charging, usually something should come up with, an accessory should come up with what you have to get to add to your phone to give wireless charging. I mean, there are adapters there that you can buy this wireless charging adapters that you stick in the back case, and they have a micro USB connector on, and you just plug it into the thing on the phone and it works. They have chargers like that, and they have, and that pad is not the only one I see. I found that they have there's a battery pack that you can get, which is basically like a rechargeable backup power pack, but it has a wireless charging built in, and all sorts of stuff like that. So there's a bunch of accessories. But I hope this video helps someone like actually make it so that they can decide on their own. That way they don't have to ask the question. I mean, you can in the comments ask me, and I'll basically do what you. Basically, you can ask me. All I'm gonna do is just go on Google, search that model phone, look at, find the specs, go through them, and see if wireless charging is listed there, or if QI wireless charging is listed there. So if you really don't know, you can just do that. I mean, I'll do it, and I'll write you back with the answer. But if all you had to do is go on Google and hey, it took me it took me about a minute to get the full specs on this phone. The person asked if this pad will work with. So, 1 minute of your time to find the specs and figure it out for yourself versus asking me and waiting several hours for me to respond. You do what you want to do. What's best for you. But I hope this helped someone. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. And subscribe if you want to see more like this. Okay, bye.